was real, you know. So I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Okay. Anna, what you thought about it?
I like, yes, it kind of took me out for a second. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, we really doing this right now? But when she spoke and she explained herself and was like, I feel like I'm a mirror for you. I feel like, you want me to be this like puppy dog that follows you around and adores you,
Mm,
and so like naive and silly and woo woo woo, and kind of like your little pet. And she was like, I'm not that anymore. I have grown. And she's trying to assert herself. She's trying to like, she almost is embarrassed by the former version of herself. And she thinks that Genesis wants that from her. And so she's trying to assert,
mm.
I can't give you that. I don't want to give you that. And Genesis is over here catching strays from everybody. And she's like, I didn't even say any of that. So I'm like, leave my girl Genesis alone. Like, let her chill. But I understood where she was coming from. I like when you go through a vast experience, a deep emotional experience that transforms your character in that way, and you just want people to, like Zyla said, you just want people to know that you have gone through something, and you are not
Mm.
going to interact with them in this like bubbly kind of way anymore. And I got it. It worked for me in the end. And I think that's what Sam has been trying to say with like, I'm not staying in the room with you next year, but she hasn't been able to articulate it. And I think this moment of crisis just kind of brought it out. But yeah, I think that's what this finale was. It was a catharsis for all the characters. It wasn't a bombastic thing. It was a let's talk out this shit. Let's talk this stuff out. In a very tense, in a lot of the scenes, very tense way. But
Mm.
yeah,
All right. You got any feelings, Ty?
As it pertains to Genesis and Sam, I mean, Sam, this is I didn't really feel too much about it, but I will say this. Genesis was the only person that latched on to Sam when Sam first got to Starfleet Academy. She kept speaking to
Mm.
everybody kept ignoring her. Genesis was the one who came up and was like, hey, like boom, 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 like, let me show you around, let me do this. So this separation that she's now having with Genesis is kind of just growth. It's just showing
Yeah.
that she's no longer that innocent, unknowledgeable individual
Naive.
about humanity and all of that. Now I'm more acclimated to what being how to operate in these spaces. And I don't necessarily need you to hold my hand anymore. I'm feeling more independent, and that's cool. That's growth. That's real growth. That's that, so I didn't really have too much of a problem with it. I will say this though,
Oh,
and this may be some foreshadowing. I think 2 episodes back when they hijacked the
the shuttle
ship,
pod.
the shuttle pod to go to where
Was
was
it
it?